We're about to embark on an arduous journey. The first snow will accompany us. Though we're tired, the cruel reality pushes us to march on. The cold will be even sharper, with shivers lingering in our bodies. The Oracle Guardians will not be favored by the gods. We Salanders have no backup. Only fatigue, anger, and fear. The cold winds from the north have already blown the tears from our eyes. Our solid footprints are still firmly set in the road. Every step leaves its mark. The end of the road will tell us that today is a farewell. We're preparing ourselves to embrace glory. And we're glad that we won't be hung from the gallows like criminals, or die alone on cold street corners like beggars. We hold our swords tightly and let the tears of fear fall. We shout and ride for ruin. We're about to embark on an arduous journey. The first snow will accompany us. Though we're tired, the cruel reality pushes us to march on. The cold will be even sharper, with shivers lingering in our bodies. The Oracle Guardians will not be favored by the gods. We Salanders have no backup. Only fatigue, anger, and fear. The cold winds from the north have already blown the tears from our eyes. Our solid footprints are still firmly set in the road. Every step leaves its mark. The end of the road will tell us that today is a farewell. We're preparing ourselves to embrace glory. And we're glad that we won't be hung from the gallows like criminals, or die alone on cold street corners like beggars. We hold our swords tightly and let the tears of fear fall. We shout and ride for ruin.
first, the dead's resurrection was just a superstition. When the northern peninsula was occupied by monsters, people realized that misfortune had indeed arrived.
Here I'm truly free.
Don't worry, the gods will protect us.
I must have been a handsome elf before I became an undead.
Here I'm truly free. They will normally point their thumbs down, pointing to where the bodies are torn, and to the maggots crawling all over the cut of meat in Pain's hand. I really want to bite Pain's neck to shreds. He died in the cruelest way, but I feel like my head is totally empty. And I feel lost and confused. No food, no gear, nothing but monsters. Damn it! What am I supposed to do now? I'm already doing it! Problems that can be solved with axes are not called problem. Monsters are everywhere. You there! Where can I find a safe place?
The suburbs. The monsters are sieging the suburbs. Go, stop them.
Ah, I must hurry. There's no way I can survive if the gate closes. Oh my! What is that?
Unbelievable! You defeated that monster all by yourself.
Hurry. Let me in.
Don't worry, we won't abandon a warrior like you. I've sent someone to open the gate.
That was close.
We lost the north, the ancient peninsula, where the Oracle Guardians used up their courage and loyalty.
The smell of stale blood. Here I'm truly free.
Are you ready? God's aura will guide you to the right path. This is a dangerous quest. Take care.
Young Alina doesn't want to hide behind the walls. She believes that defense will only lead to defeat.
Listen, these monsters are controlled by magic. Look at the sky above Modinberg. Restless and unstable. It's obvious enough, we must take it.
She points out of the window. Her eyes gaze at the dark clouds where thunders roar. Then, her fingertip falls upon Modinberg on the map.
Are you sure about this, Alina? I mean...
Trust me, that's where we must go.
No. I meant, are you sure we can make it? And what about Bison? He would surely...
There's no time. We can't hold back like this anymore.
Alina's voice is nervous and impatient. She interrupted Vilsack immediately.
We have to. I need you to trust me, Vilsack.
All right.
As Vilsack quietens down, supporters' voices gradually take over the hall, until Alina slams the table with both hands violently. She looks around excitedly and shows a confident smile. Much like the others, she's looking forward to the upcoming quest.
We raised our swords, and no longer huddled in that fragile shell. Because miracles are not for cowards.
May the gods...
Almost there. We need ships in the East Village to reach the other side.
Ah, great. We can probably catch the next ferry.
Don't be upset. I'm sure we can find the ships we need.
I'm already doing it! Rage of all. Weakling! Ah! Ships! Over there! Do you see?
Hold on. I don't think that guy with a giant axe will let us through so easily.
Then you should hide somewhere safe and stay out of my way.
How interesting.
violence and solve everything. Here I'm truly free.
Do not fear, for we must overcome the darkness. May the gods bless you.
Alina and her fellows claimed their first victory. They have secured his village and the ships.
If I remember correctly, this is the hometown of your family, right?
Family means nothing to me. I serve the gods, and that's it.
Just curious about the Stewarts. A heretic shares that name.
Watch your mouth. Alina doesn't want to talk about that with you.
Noticing Alina's silence and disgusted face, Rock stands between the two ladies, interrupting Isadura's rude sarcasm.
All right, stop barking at me. By the way, there aren't enough ships for us. 2 of them are severely damaged.
Speak your mind.
I hope we can repair them fast enough, or we'd better prepare some seasoning.
What do you mean?
So we taste better when the monsters chew us up?
The battle in the East Village was swift and decisive, but it drew the attention of nearby monsters. The expedition party has no choice but taking care of these new guests when repairing the ships.
Are you ready?
Eliminate those monsters! Otherwise, we can't repair the ships. And Isadora, don't mention that Stuart heretic again.
All right. I'll try to remember that.
Rage of Orcs. I'm already doing it! I'm already doing it! Violence can solve everything! Rage of Orcs.
It's the Templars' duty to protect the Church. This is a dangerous quest. Take care.
The battles in the East Village have finally ended. The soldiers are now preparing to cross the river. Suddenly, Vilsek stops and holds his head in his hands, his eyes closed tightly.
Vilsack!
Alina tries to wake up Vilsack, who is currently lost in thought. She is worried about the elf.
Our elven prince is daydreaming. Are you dreaming of me?
It was some flashes of memory. More like a headache. Everything was blurry. I'm not sure.
Uh-huh.
Still dazed from the flashback, Vilsack completely ignored Isadora's question. She felt a bit disrespected.
That's good news. Your memory must be recovering.
Yeah, thanks. I hope so.
All right, board the ship.
Alina's expedition team repaired the ships and started across the river, singing traditional ballads of Royailand cheerfully. Their morale is high, longing for the next victory, but reality quickly turned their enthusiasm to dust. On the banks of the Bluestone Port, filthy monsters are crawling restlessly. Brandishing their claws, they hunger for flesh.
Are you ready?
Look at that. The best welcome party I've ever had.
Another swarm of rancid monsters. This is terrible.
Rage of Orcs. Violence and solve... Unworthy. I was expecting something more exciting.
Don't let your guard down. Modinberg is very close. They may appear again at any time.
Excellent. I can wait no longer.
Arcus the First.
Problems that can be solved with axes are not called problem.
We're all children of God here. This is a dangerous quest. Take care.
Alina's plan is going smoothly. Despite the small troubles they had, they have taken both the East Village and the Bluestone Port. After climbing atop Mount Gorlan, Modinberg appears beneath their feet. The first thing that comes into their view is the iconic church, a shabby building that grows out of the graveyard.
A sacred place like this has turned into a breeding ground for evil. How interesting.
This place, it feels familiar.
It's a graveyard. Sure, you were more familiar with it when you were dead.
Nice try. Hopefully you're wrong.
Vilsack wasn't fond of Isadora's joke. He felt like he'd been here before, but he didn't know why.
Are you ready?
Look at that ancient altar and its magic. They must have been using it to control the undeads.
Such evil sorcery shall not exist. Time to get the job done. To arms.
Yes, my lord. I mean, my priestess.
Rage of orcs. Violence can solve everything! It's like eating spoiled bread! I'm already doing it! Here I'm truly free.
Do not fear, for we must overcome the darkness. You've made a great contribution to Garlin.
Once the strange altar is destroyed, the black clouds above the church become smaller. The monsters sieging the City of Being immediately slow down, wandering aimlessly.
For the light! Send these cursed souls back to where they belong! Charge!
Led by Bison, the people of the city break out of the siege. They push forward and meet Alina in the front of the church.
Uncle Bison! Did we make it? The siege, is it over?
Alina's excitement fades quickly after seeing Bison's face.
Alina, never risk yourself and those around you like that again.
I know. I'm sorry, Uncle Bison.
Bison had been very worried about her. Though now she's safe, he couldn't accept the risks that she was taking.
May the gods
This is the last one. They've blocked the gate.
Then let's hit him hard.
Of course, but keep an eye on the big guy over there.
Violence can solve everything!
Do not fear, for we must overcome the darkness.
The smell of stale blood.
You've made a great contribution to Garlin.
Vilsack must be closely connected with the church. The closer he gets, the more unstable his memory becomes.
Vilsack?
There's something in my head.
If something's wrong, just tell us.
Stop daydreaming, Elven Prince. We're not your servants.
I'm fine. This church brought a terrible memory back to me.
The memory haunting the ranger is back. There's blood on the edge of the blade, so vivid as if it's happening now. Now he remembers what happened here. The real difficulty is not to make a choice. It's about accepting the consequences of the choice. It's just that 1,000 years of repenting is too high a cost.
So, do you remember it now?
Something bad. A betrayal. I was once murdered in this church.
Well, that's terrible indeed.
Vilzak, I'm surprised you still have your soul.
Augustin. Torian. Yes, it's you. You betrayed me and stabbed me in the back.
1,000 years have passed, yet it feels like yesterday. We are nothing but wheels of the inevitable.
Take it easy. What about when you're awakened?
There was someone, my own kind, with a pair of antlers, but the image is blurry.
Don't worry. It takes time.
smell of stale blood. No cash, no goods. What do you want? Hey, don't mess around with me.